up you guys, I'm GiLaw Does Sparky, and as you can see in the video, I am doing the Ramble challenge. Now, I was nominated by my wonderful friend Albino Slime aka David, and he nominated me to do this challenge, and if you saw the video then yes, I did push him, so yeah, I did it, so I don't have to go out and choose him now. Isn't that wonderful? And while I'm doing this Ramble challenge, which I'm probably doing right now, as I probably started it when I clicked on the record thing, so it's wonderful, and I really hope that this can go over half an hour because, oh my gosh, I'm running out of breath here, but oh my god, I'm getting tired again. But I'm going to nominate my 3 people before I overdo the 10-second, 5-second rule. It's so funny because the 5-second rule can also be used when you drop a bit of food, and if you drop a bit of fluid, then not fluid, food. Oh my god, my typos are really off today. But I should probably nominate my people right now before I forget them. The people I am nominating are Billibo10000, RCM493, and Stephen ORXN. Now, Stephen ORXN is my other wonderful friend from school, and I met him last year. This is one of the wonderful things I do when I spew talk, because when I spew talk, I say one thing, then go into another thing, then forget on about what the other thing I was saying. And I have to remember to do this while I'm doing a smile on my face. Oh my god, because I feel like attracted to you guys when I'm talking to you, but I hope it's over half an hour because I saw David's video and he talked over half an hour. Now here's a funny thing, when I did this for the first time, and yes, I have done this before, but I'm not sure if this counts because this challenge hadn't existed yet. One time, I was with my wonderful friend Albino Slime, and we were in this club called the Wolf Pack. It's so funny when you bring up the Wolf Pack, but I'm going to go on to this now before I go off the track. But we had this one game where we had to talk to an apple for as long as possible. And I'm spewing at the mouth here. I can actually feel my saliva, but I don't want to swallow that back in case that counts as stopping talking. But I had to talk to an apple as long as possible. We all did, but I managed to win by talking to an apple for over 1 minute. And the things I talked to that apple about were very interesting. I talked to it all about Twilight and how much I hated it. And the reason I talked to it about Twilight is because it was an apple, and it reminded me of the 2 apples in those hands. And I reminded that apple that it starts another terrible franchise called 50 Shades of Grey. And 50 Shades of Grey, oh my god, I'm saying 50 Shades of Gay, and I hope that was not a stop right there, but David did say that you cannot stop for more than 5 seconds, so I'm pretty sure that counts. And this is a very interesting conversation I'm having with you guys, so let's talk about some other things. Look at this wonderful jumper I have on. This says kinda care, kinda don't. And what else is there to talk about? Oh my god, The Sims 4! Now, this Sims 4 is one of my favorite games up to date, and I'm really excited this Christmas because I'm getting a new thing called a new Sims game called The Sims 4 City Living. And The Sims 4 City Living, I really want to do this because I hope I can record it for my gaming channel because I hope to make a parody of Donald Trump. Not a parody, but not exactly Donald Trump either, but they have a new politics career, and I'm really excited about that. But the only reason I really got The Sims 4 was because of Dine House, and Dine House was one of my favorite things because Dine House has restaurants, and I really love restaurants. One of my favorite restaurants is called Emiliano's, where you have Italian, and I love Italian, and I just realized how much I flick my hair all the time. So while I'm doing this Ramble challenge and talking about nonsense, I thought I would talk to you about one of my favorite shows of all time. One of my favorite shows of all time is about robotic monkeys, and it is one of the best shows I've ever seen as a child, but probably I shouldn't be saying that because it was my favorite childhood show of all time. I think one of the main reasons why I love this show so much is because there's one couple in this show. If you've seen all my tweets, then you'll know that this is all it's all about. It's about these two characters, Sparks and Nova. Oh my god, are they adorable. Except for the scene in Season of the Skull, the last scene, because that scene is very uncomfortable, and Corey Feldman's voice acting really puts me off. And if you know me for browsing, or if you just want to browse these actors just for fun, please do not browse Corey Feldman, because it will totally ruin your view on the character SPORX77, who has done a lot of the following. He's made me love cowboys, he's made me love the color red, he's made me name myself GiLaw Does Sparky in the first place. I really want to spit and swallow right now. Does it count? Does it count to being a slime? I really hope that does not count. I'm looking down eyeballs for over 5 minutes. Now that does feel like an accomplishment. Now, what else is there to talk about? Oh my god, yeah, Raven! That was one of my favorite shows when I was a kid, and you will have seen me in Minecraft's Raven, and oh my god, I was not good at all, was I? I was hoping to represent one of my favorite warriors who was Hanso, and I did not do that well. And the funny thing is that the best season I did was season 3, which unfortunately got cancelled, because in that one, I actually did really well against some of the characters. I just kicked something, but I don't really care because I'm just focusing on this. But what we did, Pontoon Pursuits, let me tell you, I beat 3 out of the 4 boys, and doesn't that remind you of Hansel being 3 out of 4 boys in wrestling ring? I really hope I'm not talking too loud, because otherwise my parents are going to come here and they're really going to ruin this on me. One time when I did the Ice Bucket Challenge, which is the only other challenge I've ever done, my mom actually poured the water on me before I was prepared, and so that got more of a reaction out of me. But you know, there are some other challenges that I really like to do. I'm getting really hot and bothered talking about this. I should probably slow down, but I'm probably going to not slow down because I just don't do that. I'm not a person who slows down all the time. I just want to get into things because I'm always so excited. I'm always so smiley. And what else is here to talk about? Let's talk about another warrior I really like, and I think that this will link onto some other things I want to talk about, because David said you cannot think about what you're going to say for more than 10 seconds. There's this one lovely girl in Raven Series 9 called Warjack, and I'm pretty sure you're sick of me talking about her so much. But I'm only talking about this because I'm trying to think of other stuff to talk about. But Warjack in Season 9, she was such a sweetheart, and I'm always thinking, Warjack, who just dragged you into this show? Just who dragged you? What are you doing here? You should not be in this. I mean, you could barely climb the tree, and if you were to talk to me or talk to someone else who knows the show, and who knows me, and knows the show, and so on, they's probably going, oh yeah, she's always goes on about Warjack, but maybe Warjack is not as sweet as innocent as she seems, because there's this one challenge where they had to do a hook, and they had to hook the rings, but if they run out of time, then any person who doesn't have the ring, then they get taken by a demon and they lose a life. And you can understand that some people would take advantage of that rule, and Warjack was one of those people. She used that rule to her advantage because she is in last place, and I still stand by that she is such a sweet and innocent girl, because it's just nostalgia. Nostalgia is a really wonderful thing. I'm looking at the time here, and I've been talking for 8 minutes now. I would like to get up to 10 minutes because that would make me so proud. But you know, I still think that Warjack is a sweet and innocent girl, but you know what? It's so hard to tell if another girl is being a bitch or not, just the way they act. I mean, I'm far too innocent for all of this. Maybe that's why I call myself Warjack, because of my name, but it's such a coincidence that I have a similar name, because I looked up the real name, and our names aren't that similar. They're not similar. No, they're not at all. So what is there to talk about before I lose track? Look at all this money here. I'm just talking about money. But you know what? I'm looking at this. I'm gonna have such a big drink of tea when I'm finished. So what else is there to look up? Oh, I have a phone here. There might be something interesting on this phone. What time is it now? It's almost 7:30. Oh my god, 7:30, my favorite number. Is there anything in my inbox? No, there's nothing in my inbox. Oh wait, there is actually. Where is actually? Oh, it's David responding to one of my tweets earlier. It's funny because I never had Twitter until I started my YouTube channel. I've only had Twitter for a year now. But the only reason I got Twitter was because I got a gaming account. And the only reason I got a gaming account was because I got Minecraft. And the only reason I got Minecraft was because I wanted to be in Raven. Oh my god, I'm nearly at 9 minutes now. I'd love to get to 10 minutes. I'd like to think I could beat David. I really hope that doesn't count once again. But I really hope I can beat David, but I wonder if David has a bit of advantage here because he was talking to his game all the time and I was not. But you know what, if I go up over 10 minutes, then I'll be so proud, because then that's over like 10 times the last time I talked to an apple. And I had to talk to an apple. You know, I talked to this about my friends, but I talk to an apple for as long as possible. I talk to my teacher about it because sometimes I just like to talk to teachers because of reasons. And I should probably be careful with what I say because I can end up giving away very personal or embarrassing information about her. I'm stuttering over my words because I think I'm getting overexcited. And you do not want to see me when I get overexcited. You should hear me when I laugh. We were talking about Sims 4 earlier, weren't we? We were talking about Sims 4, weren't we? Yes, we were. And you know, if I was in the Sims 4, I think I would have died of laughter a long time ago. And you know, some of the deaths in here are really weird. You have, you know, typical Sims deaths, you know, death by fire, death by drowning. But then you can also die of anger, and you can also die of embarrassment. Now, embarrassment is a weird way to go, and I think people really take like embarrassing things like really weird. You know, there's this another CBBC show once, it was a kids comedy show, and it was called Sorry I Got No Head. And there's this one character called Louise, and she was called Embarrassed Louise, and she wore a purple dress and she had blonde hair. But the thing is, her gag was every time she got embarrassed, she had turned into a human balloon. And that is one of the weirdest kind of ideas that you could watch for on kids show. And sometimes I wonder if some of the people who did Sorry I Got No Head also likes Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, because there's another character in that show who's also played by Anna Crilly, who is the same actress, and she's called the Blueberry Woman, and every time she brings up or eats blueberries, she farts. Now, what is up with that? Some of the sketches, they were funny. One of my favorite sketches is the Witchfinder General, and you know what he does? Every time someone makes him mad, he'll point to them and he'll say that they are a witch, and then they'll get taken away, and then they will probably get burned at the stake. Now that is a really nasty way to go, isn't it? I mean, oh my god, like I've been talking for over 11 minutes now. My voice is really tiring out. You're probably sick of me. You've probably gone on to watch something else. What else have you gone on to watch? Have you gone on to watch PewDiePie? Have you gone on to watch Markiplier? But you know what? While you're browsing your wonderful videos and not listening to me Spew talking, which is something I've always wanted to do, but you know what? It's so much harder when you're doing it as a challenge. Even though I like challenges, right now all I can think of is Jay McKenzie with his magical self-power going, "Let the challenge begin." And I heard once that when he did that, he accidentally stabbed his toe. And that must have been so sore. I really feel bad for him. Again, I really hope that does not count. I really can't wait to have a drink because my toes is really getting sore and I'm running out of breath. But my goal is to talk to you guys as long as possible. I've talked for 12 minutes now, I can see it down there. And if I can do that for over half an hour without getting interrupted, then I'll be so proud. Even if my dog comes in here, that'll be something to talk about, because my dog is lovely. My dog is called Sasha. I think you have seen her before. Yes, you have seen her before. If you bother to look at my videos, then you'll see me playing with her on the bed or something, and she's lying up like this, and she's so cute. She's black and white, just like my jumper, and she's called a Shorkie. And that's a mixture between a Shih Tzu and a Yorkshire Terrier. Here's a joke about a Shih Tzu because I'm running out of stuff to talk about, but when I look back on this video, I'm going to think of things I could have talked about, and then I'm going to be really mad at myself. I think I just heard something out the window, and I hope it's not my dad. But here's a joke about a Shorkie. A man went to a zoo and he didn't see any animals, and it was just one little dog. It was a Shih Tzu. Was that funny? No, I didn't think so either, but it's the only thing I can think about, other than these towels behind me, which I thought was a teddy bear when I first saw this. But you know what? Teddy bears are so cute because they're so cute and cuddly. You know, my parents and I, we went shopping today and we saw some little teddy bears and puppets, and they are so cute. That sounded like I said teddy bears, which would be pretty cool. I'm not sure if they exist unless you count the Annoying Orange, but Pear from the Annoying Orange. Yeah, he's voiced by Danebo. You know, Danebo was one of the first people that I watched when I did YouTube. I don't even know what I meant by did YouTube. One of the first people I watched as a kid when I was like 7, along with Fred. Yeah, I was a weird kid when I watched some stuff on YouTube. It's so funny the things you stumble across. When I was like 10, I stumbled across a video with South Park killing the Teletubbies and just Teletubbies getting killed by a Dark Lord Teletubby in general. There are some weird things on YouTube, and I guess that was my day onto the internet, my trip, my journey onto the internet. And it's so weird to see how I got on now. So let's look up some other things. Let's look up what I've got on Discord. There's nothing here really, but I tell people that I'm doing the Ramble challenge right now, but I'm afraid that I lose my concentration and stop talking for over 5 seconds. But I remember yesterday with Arceon, who I just nominated if you're paying attention to this, we were talking about Super Sentai. Not hentai, because hentai is just creepy. I don't know why people would want to watch hentai. But I was watching some Super Sentai, and people who know Super Sentai or stuff like that will know that Super Sentai is the original Japanese Power Rangers. And looking at it, it's actually really cool. I was watching a whole load of Hurricaneger yesterday, and Hurricaneger, as people probably know, is the Japanese version of Power Rangers Ninja Storm. And Power Rangers Ninja Storm is probably my favorite Power Ranger season because it was one of the first seasons I watched properly. And at the time, blue was my favorite color, and I was very excited to see a female Blue Ranger for the first time. I was excited to see a female... Not a female Yellow Ranger. In fact, I don't know what I'm talking about right now, but a male Yellow Ranger, that's it, a male Yellow Ranger. I was very excited to see a male Yellow Ranger as well. But that's the funny thing about Power Rangers. Most of the male Rangers in the Japanese version are female in the American version, like, you know, Trini and Maya and Taylor. But the funny thing is, in Lost Galaxy, I don't think Maya should have been the Yellow Ranger because I don't think her personality really suited those powers. I think Maya should have been the Pink Ranger, and that Maya only got the Yellow Ranger because it looks good on her. Because if you look at Lost Galaxy, the Pink Ranger had powers of flowers and earth and had a wildcat source, while Yellow had lightning and a wolf source. And when I compare her to Kendricks, and I don't think that suited her really, and they are both good Rangers, and kudos to Kendricks. I know why she was killed off because the actress had leukemia, but kudos to the writers for handling that so well because it is so quick to do this, and they managed to put together really good and dramatic episodes, and then they got coronas. But you know what? I really do like Power Rangers, and I've written quite a lot of fan fictions on Power Rangers. You know, I've written fan fictions, and I was 13 when I started these, so don't expect the best titles. But they're like called Power Rangers Sports Energy, and Power Rangers Alpha Charge, and Power Rangers Elemental Masters. And Power Rangers Elemental Masters, actually, I decided for that one, I want to avoid color stereotypes. I want to have some new colors, and I decided to have a female Green Ranger. And the female Green Ranger is so funny because she actually has a tree symbol as well, and she is so nice that it works against her. But her name is Krista in it, and my other Rangers in that series, they're called Derek, who's the Red Ranger, and Colin, who's the Yellow Ranger, and Jess, who's a female Jess, is the Pink Ranger, and Liam is the Blue Ranger, and Jacob is the Wolf Ranger. He's black and silver, and maybe there's even a Firebirds Ranger. I am so sorry to all those who are reading my Power Ranger series on fanfiction, but I doubt it because my fanfictions are pretty terrible. I have been described as a talented writer, but I was like 13 when I did this. I hope that doesn't count again. But my Power Rangers series, they're not very good, and I hope to develop them a bit more because I do like that. You know, it has been my dream to write cartoon series and write Power Ranger series, and sometimes when I'm on my own, I like to practice my voice acting. And if you look at one of my channel updates, I was wearing a blue shirt. And I like that blue shirt because it's light blue, and I think if I was to be a Power Ranger, I'd probably be a blue one because I don't think yellow suits me, and I don't like Pink Rangers because I think they're a bit too girly. But Blue Ranger I think is a good one, and maybe one day if they do an adaptation of Zeo Ranger, but you know there's a female Blue Shark Ranger and a female White Ranger, maybe I might be the Blue Ranger. That'd be so epic. I'd probably do a dub as that if my microphone was a bit better. But you know what? I would really love a better microphone because my microphone is not very good. My microphone is not very good, and neither is my computer, because sometimes when I'm recording stuff and I'm surprised that my computer hasn't done it yet, my computer can have a bit of a hissy fit, and you can hear it vibrating or whatever, and oh my god, like 90 minutes, oh my god, I could go on to 20. If I can keep on talking for another 20 minutes, and that'd be so awesome. I've never talked for this long before, and it was really, oh no, look, here comes my mom. I hope my mom doesn't interrupt me, because I'm in the middle of a ramble chat. Oh no, it's my dad, actually. My dad's here, and I've been talking for 20 minutes, and I really don't want to stop it. Okay, he's doing stuff now, he's leaving me alone, but that just gives me another good thing to talk about. You know, I love my dad. My dad is a very wonderful, wonderful man. He does lots of things for me. You know, he still does actually. He makes lots of lovely money for me, like money right here. It's really good. And I think my mom's calling me as well, and my mom's a lovely person as well. I hope is my dad going on to turn on the TV? I think he might do, but if he does, then I'm just going to keep on going. And I think he might give me something to talk about as well. Let's see what cartoons have been on, or not just cartoons even, TV shows. You know, like I'm a Celebrity is on. And I'm a Celebrity, I think they're going to have the winner tonight. If they do, that'd be really cool. I'm not sure who's in it, but I know someone called Leon is in it, and Scarlett is in it, and I'm not sure who's the third, but I'm hoping that Scarlett wins because she is really nice, and she has a really nice accent. She has been really cute and really sweet. There's one chant I remember she had to do with someone called Carol, I think, and that is a parody of the Great British Bake Off, and they had to eat some rotten eggs and all that, and that is pretty disgusting. You know, if I was famous enough, I think I just like to do I'm a Celebrity because I just like to try out the trials and see if I could do it. And maybe people might vote me in because people voted me back into Minecraft Raven. And you know, apart from Minecraft Raven, I was in another game show. It was in Color Wars. And here's a funny coincidence for you. I did that the first time, and then I was guaranteed to go into the top 3, and then something happens, the footage happens, no one's computer crashed down unlike Billy's, but we had to start it over again, and I got eliminated first. And it's funny because when I got eliminated first, I was wearing red in that one as well, so maybe red does not like me. Red is the devil's color, but you know what, I was always going to go to hell anyway, but that's just a joke thing. My dad is watching me as I do this, and I don't think he looks very happy, so let's just hope I can do this. There's only like 9 more minutes to go. I've been talking on for 21 minutes. I hope he doesn't get too tired. Let's see if there's other things to talk about. There's some movies here. I have lots of movies. I have some Harry Potter movies. You know, Harry Potter has been proving to be very popular lately because there's been this new movie with Eddie Redmayne called Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. It's so funny when you spew talk, you know, because you say some very weird things when you don't intend to say them because you're talking so fast. But I am a fast talker, and I'm sure when other people do this, maybe it might spread out like other changes. Then, yeah, I have this plastic hair because I just like to play with these things. Again, I'm going off topic because that is something that I do. I just like to play with these things. I don't know why. It's just like bubble wrap. You know, I like to have so many. It's so funny. When something comes to my mind, I'll just immediately look up memes about them. There can be a meme about everything, like bubble wrap and Nutella and just any sort of cartoon you like, and there will be just a meme about them. Recently, you probably saw that there are memes about the Bee Movie, and the Bee Movie it's one movie that I don't really know about because I didn't really watch that much. It wasn't a movie that I liked as much as something like Shrek or Spirit the Horse. Spirit the Horse is a very underrated movie because I think that not a lot of people look at it because the animals don't talk. But you know what? Sometimes you don't necessarily have to have the characters talk to have a really good movie. And they manage to express their emotions through horse sounds and actions and angry sounds, and they manage to do it without all words. And the music to this movie is really sad. It's not always sad, it can also be very happy when it has to be. But sometimes this movie makes me cry a lot because it can be very sad, and I'm nearly, I don't know what I'm saying, but let's talk about something else. Let's talk about this sellotape here let's talk about these red headphones. You know, I found these red headphones completely by accident, you know, because when I was shopping with my mom in another shop, I just came across these headphones, and I just wanted to get them because they're red, and they pretty much match my icon in my profile picture on YouTube. And it's funny because my character in the profile picture on YouTube, she is holding a can of Red Bull, and the funny thing is that I just don't like Red Bull. It was a gag that I had when I started writing fanfiction. When I started writing fanfiction, it was just a running gag. I can see my dad's looking up stuff on his thing over there, his tablet. And I think I was like a tablet for Christmas as well, which is probably not going to happen. I'm just tying back my hair because, or will I tie back? Yeah, I'm going to tie back my hair because my hair can get in the way sometimes. My hair can be very annoying because it is so thick, and I have to get it cut often, but sometimes I want to grow my hair long, and that doesn't help because it's so thick and it gets in the way, and it takes forever to dry and straighten. You know, it is so hard. I actually had to get horsehair shampoo just to keep it down if I can't get it cut soon enough. But I want to grow my hair long because long hair seems to be trending, and long hair seems to be trending amongst all the girls. And you know, it's funny because when I was a little bit younger, it was like this time last year, I had no interest in fashion. Like fashion, I only like wore on very occasions. But I just had my dinner a while ago. You know, for dinner I had steak and chips, and that steak and chips was very, very good. Oh my god, I've been talking for 25 minutes. Don't I sound boring? I bet you've all gone on to another video, which is probably something I said back earlier. But you know what? If I keep on saying stuff and I keep repeating myself, I hope that doesn't count. But because I've been talking for as long as I could. I've had abuse symbols, but I've gone there. Look, I can do this thing with my finger on the sellotape, spraying sellotape around my finger. You know, there have been a lot of funny trends going on, and I've seen them in my school as well. One time when I went to school, my friend Steven, oh my god, my throat. I feel the need to cough, but I don't want to. I'll cough 5 minutes later. I think my mom just came in. And I hope that my mom doesn't interrupt me because I've been talking for 25 minutes straight. And I really don't want to put that to waste. I really want to beat David's record of 30 minutes. But one time I went to school and I started hanging around with David and Steven. And then Steven came up to me and he said that Andy's coming. And I realized what he meant. And we had a big old laugh around that. But other memes that have been going around in my school and trends has been this thing where you get a bottle and you try to flip around the bottle. And you try to flip it around and see if it lands on the right side. And I'm so bad at that, but then again, I guess accuracy has never been one of my strong points. One time, I was doing archery with my friends David and Steven. Oh, look, my dog's here as well. And my mom, my family's all here. They're probably so sick of me talking for so much. But once I run out of breath, which I would like to do soon, but I probably won't because I just don't do this. Oh, look, it's Sasha. Sasha's looking at me and she's wagging her tail. She's probably going to ask me to play, and then she's probably going to start making noises, which will put me off. And my mom's going upstairs. My mom's just closing the curtains. Hi, Mom. I love you so much. You're probably going to end up on YouTube now because this is a challenge that's going on YouTube. I hope people don't know this. Maybe I'll just trim this. Yeah, hi, Mom. Yeah. I know what you did last time when I did the ice bucket challenge. I mentioned what happens when I did the ice bucket challenge. You poured that water on me when I wasn't ready. And then I screamed and I got a bigger reaction. Oh my god, hello Sasha, you ran away when I got soaked as well. I remember that so much. Oh look, Sasha's just looking at me for attention. She is just a lovely dog. There's a video on me with her and Sasha where we have a bit of a conversation where I go woof at her and she goes woof back, and it goes on and on. I'm so glad that I managed to record that because I managed to get it at just the right time. It was so funny. And it's so funny when dogs talk. You know what dog I love? I love huskies. And there's a very famous husky on YouTube called Mishka, the talking husky. And it's kind of sad really because she's like 12 or something, and we really don't want her to pass on because she is such a lovely dog. And there's another dog as well that the people have called Laika. And Laika, she talks as well. She's also a husky. My dad sounds a bit tired, but I'm still going. And I've been talking for 28 minutes, 28 and a half minutes almost. I know that this is going to be a little bit behind because I started this and I'm looking at this. And look at, oh my god, look at these boots. I'm just going on about boots because before I run out of stuff to say. You know what this boot reminds me of? I bet people who know me where I'm going with this one. Remember this first clip I uploaded a monkey team with Wormhole? It's so funny because this is one of my favorite Spew scenes. But now, recently, I found the full screen version of Wormhole. And now it actually makes me quite mad because Sparks clearly has his other hand ready there. And I remember watching the scene and I'm like, Sparks, use your other hands. Like this, it's so hard just to animate him using his other hands. Like, why did you have the boots? Like, a longer hands enhancing would have been so much more adorable. That's the crazy shipper I am. And if you look me up on fanfiction, then you'll know that that's kind of the Spew writer I am. My face is going so red here from all the talking, and I keep on having to swallow, and I hope that swallowing that does not count as pausing, because I've been going on for this for so long. I'm very surprised that my parents have not interrupted me for shouting or anything, because I'm a very loud talker. And I can be very loud, and sometimes that gets to them, and that affects my microphone as well. Speaking of my microphone and talking, you probably know this, I host another game show called Minecraft Trapped, which is also another recreation of one of my favorite game shows. It's basically when 6 people go into a tower, and then there's one person called the Saboteur, and this happens on each floor, because the unfortunates have to do a challenge to get to each floor. And then the Saboteur's job is to make sure that they all fail the challenge. And if the team passed, then the Saboteur is automatically trapped. And if the team failed, then it could be any one of them. And they all vote to see who the Saboteur was. And if the Saboteur succeeds in making it fail, then the person who gets the most votes is then trapped. And this keeps going until there are 2 people left. Now, we have been working on traps for a very long time, and people who know are probably really waiting for us to get our second episode out. But I can guarantee you, oh my god, you just saw the time there. Look how long I've been talking. Was it like 9:25 when I stopped doing it? In fact, I've been talking for 30 minutes now, so this means that I can just go until I run out of breath. Let's just check how much. Yes, David had been talking on for 31 minutes. Oh my god, I feel very accomplished. So I'm probably going to wrap up soon because I'm really running out of breath. Let me just check one more time. Oh my god, I accidentally closed the thing. That's something I tend to do a lot when I'm just a little bit silly, because I can make a few clumsy mistakes sometimes. I can't remember, but as long as I keep talking, I'll be alright. Maybe I could get up to 35 minutes, but maybe not, because I don't think that'd be very good for me. Maybe one day I might look at the Guinness World Records and see what's the longest a person can go for talking without stopping, and I wonder if swallowing or coughing or anything counted for them. If they were, then I bet they were very lucky or very unlucky. I don't know what I'm thinking about right now. I wonder what my mom is saying. My mom is looking at me like I am a crazy person. Yeah, hi mom, I see you too. I see you too. Yeah, I see you mom. Maybe one day if I get to do another questions and answers on my thing, I might see if I might do a questions and answers with my mom or dad and see what happens. Yeah, mom, I see you. You want to throw that over to me? Yeah, I got it. This is my dog's toy. Where is Sasha? I wonder where Sasha is. There's Sasha. Yes, Sasha, do you want this lovely toy? Yes, here you go. Yes, there she is. There she goes. Let's see, 32 minutes. I think I might stop at 35 minutes because otherwise I'm going to run out of breath. And I need to do something with my mom soon. It's like some chores or something. What time is it now? 8 o'clock. Oh my god, I've been really going on. Hello, Sasha. Sasha really loves to do this. She really loves to pull up this teddy. And another thing she loves to do is pull up my sleeves. Pull up my sleeves because I don't know why Sasha had... I don't know what my mom just said because I'm so busy talking. Grooms. Yeah, Sasha needs to get grooms. Yes, you need to get grooms because you are a scruffy dog. And you're spilling toy beads everywhere so it makes it look like it's snowing. Do you remember your first snow day, Sasha? Because I recorded that and I put that on YouTube as well. But yes, Sasha also loves fleas. But luckily, if she gets too mouthy with my arm, she'll cling onto my arm, but I know a trick to make her stop. All I have to do is go, and then that's it. She stops, and she'll even give you a kiss. Isn't that lovely? You know, I was going to go on and talk about cheese and stuff, and I think you know where I'd be going with about cheese. And the funny thing is that myself and my friends, we had a cheese party on Friday. My mom was looking at me like I'm a crazy person. I think I just said that. But one day, my friends and I had a cheese party in our home economics class, which is like cooking and stuff. We learn about foods. Isn't that just an interesting thing to learn about? But we all tried different types of cheese, and I tried cranberry cheese, and it wasn't as bad as I thought it was. But another time I ate cheese was when my sister tricked me into eating cheese. And one time she made me eat this thing with mushrooms and spinach and corn chicken because my sister is a vegetarian. And then there's this creamy sauce. And she asked me to try it and asked me what I thought about it. So I tried it and I enjoyed it. And I went up to her and said, "Hey sister, this is really good. What is it?" She tells me that there's cheese in the sauce. And boy do I feel betrayed because my sister knows perfectly well that I try to avoid cheese at all costs based on my childhood. My mom is looking at the newspaper right now, and I wonder what's going on in the news because, some really terrible stuff has happened nowadays. There's been Brexit and all the poor celebrities, Gene Wilder and Christina Grimmie. I feel so sorry for them. I really hope they're doing okay because something else happens, which I'm probably not going to talk about because I agree that I would not do anything too personal in this Ramble challenge. Even though this is a ramble, I do try to think about what I'm talking about. But the elections as well, Donald Trump, I'm not very happy that he got elected because I don't think he's going to do a very good job. Not that Hillary Clinton would do a good job herself, but Donald Trump I do not think would be a good president. My parents are probably wondering why I'm doing this because my friend nominated me to do this, and this is probably one of the only safe challenges that I can do because there have been other challenges that I wanted to do, like the cinnamon challenge, but I don't think my mom would be very happy with me doing that because my mom can be very sensitive to what I do on the internet. But then again, my mom is a good mom, and if it wasn't for her, then I probably wouldn't be the smiley person I am now. I'm probably going to wrap up soon because this is just a fun little challenge, and I'm running out of breath because I really want to drink this as soon as possible before it goes off. So all I say to you now is that I'll ask you to please comment, rate, and subscribe, and put in the hashtag the Ramble Challenge. The people I nominated, and I'll remind you who I nominated again: Billabo 10,000, Steven Norrickson, and RCN493. Those are the people I nominated. Remember, you have 24 hours to put this up, guys, and I nearly said don't forget to donate, but there's nothing to donate to because this is not the Ice Bucket Challenge. But anyway, please comment, rate, and subscribe. I have over 200 subscribers right now, one of which is one of my cousins, which is very interesting, and another one of which is also one of my friends from school. But then again, I just need to be quiet now because my mom is looking at me, I'm running out of breath, and I really need to go soon. So also, please let me know what other games I should do. I should probably do a Minecraft Christmas special game one of these days because Travis is doing a Minecraft Christmas game show. But anyway, I'm going to stop. Can I talk normal now?